Tracy, thank you so much for being here today. And before we jump in, can you just share a little bit of background or history on your company and your family and the family business?
Yes, we are Century Automotive Group. We have BMW, Porsche, Jaguar, Land Rover, Volvo, all in Huntsville, Alabama. We have 3 generations in our business, which we'll jump right in there to that. My father founded our company. He is 83 years old. He is our chairman, and I am president of our company, and I have been here for 34 years. And my husband is our general manager. He has been with our company for 33 years. And our son Parker has been here for almost 6 years. And he is our used car director. So we have a lot of family in our business. We do all enjoy each other, do Christmas dinner and Thanksgiving around the table together, thanks to Rawls. And we've all been working together a long time. And, again, my husband and I are here running things every day and have for 34 years together, and it works.
Wow. What brought your dad to the car business?
My dad worked for Cadillac Motor Division right out of college. I was a baby and we moved around a lot. And then my dad said, I really want to be on the retail side. I don't want to be on the wholesale side anymore. So he started with the Key Royal organization in Jacksonville, Florida, and was transferred to Philadelphia, and then was transferred to Huntsville, Alabama when I was in first grade. And Mom said, I will live there for 1 year only. I don't want to live in Alabama. And again, that was 50 some odd years ago. We've been in Alabama since then. My dad we got here, we were here about 6 months, and Key Royal saw a lot in him, and they promoted him to dealer within 6 months. And then he, as Key Royal did, he began buying the dealership, and he was the youngest Chevy dealer at 28 years old in the country at that time. So it was, wow. Dad always says, a little bit of luck, a lot of talent. I'd like to think he had, and just being at the right place at the right time. And Alabama's our home, and been a great business, great place to have a business and raise a family. And again, a highline dealership in a booming community like Huntsville, Alabama has been great for us.
Wow. And did you know that you always wanted to work in the car business, or what was your journey to?
Yes. When I was a little girl, and all the little girls in the first, second grade would hold up a poster and say they wanted to be nurses and teachers and what they wanted to be when they were growing up. And my poster always said, I want to be a car dealer. I always wanted to be just like my dad. I love cars, love the car business. The highlight of my year was when the new car show would come every year, and we would always do big parties for when they do the model year change out. And I mean, I can remember always being at the dealership that through all that. And then, as I got a little bit older, NADA, I used to love to go with my dad to NADA. And then I was in college, and in the early 80s, and my dad, I said, well, okay, I want to, be a car dealer. And he said, the car dealer, it's just no place for a woman. And he probably was right. He was like, what were you going to do? Start selling cars right out of school? Again, it was early 80s. We were Chevy dealers, a different time, different place for women even back then. So I went and I got my CPA, and I worked for Price Waterhouse, and just was moved to Houston and said, I'm going to do my own path, and I'm going to be really successful since you won't let me be a car dealer. And then when he needed a controller, about 5 years, and I'd just gotten promoted to manager with PwC, and he said, I need a controller, and I'm thinking about retiring, and you ever think about coming back to Huntsville? By this time, George and I were married, thinking about children. And I was like, I thought you'd never ask. And he was right. It was a good way for me to start into our business, because I'd already had credibility where I was. I had the accounting background, which we desperately need in our business. I think people are short-sighted. Our businesses are so much more than just selling cars. It's, you know, you have 5 totally different businesses with service. We have a collision center with the F&I department, parts department, sales department. I mean, they are all so different, and you're managing assets. And I think an accounting background was, you know, I think Dad knew we needed it, and I came on board then. So, and
Wow.
then the best part of the story, he said, well, you can come to work here. He said, but you and George can't work together. And I love you guys too much to think there's no way y'all can stay married and work together. That was 34 years ago, and we've made a pretty good run of it. We work together every day. So we know our lanes. We know where to err on which ones, who's right. We don't always agree on everything, but we know, you know, when to give each other the space, and who, you know, if I might not agree with him on something, but if I know it's his lane, it's something he knows a lot about, which is the sales end and the marketing end, I'll be like, okay, then I agree with you on this, and I'll support you on this. And he's the same way with, again, the financial things. He'd be like, I don't really know that I would go that way, but you've obviously done the research, and I'll support you on this. So that's how it's worked.
Sounds like a great partnership.
Yeah, it is. And thank goodness our offices aren't in the same building anymore. They used to be.